After canceling the postponement of his mandatory military service, Jin BTS is reported to be entering the Mandatory Military Training Center on December 13, 2022. Korean media citing information from the industry and the military center reported that Jin will enter the military training center in Yongkyeon, Gyeonggi-do for 5 weeks before he will serve at his station until he completes his military service. It is known that Jin BTS enlisted in the frontline unit according to what Jin revealed to his fans before. Jin, who turns 30 this year, had his application deadline at the end of last year but received a 1-year delay until the end of 2022. Jin and BTS received a recommendation from the Minister of Culture, Sports, and Tourism to postpone his military service in accordance with the revised Military Service Act 2020. The law is specifically intended for those who excel in sports, culture, and the arts. To increase national prestige, conscription can be postponed until the age of 30. Jin announced his plans to enlist right after BTS Yet to Come concert in Busan last month. After that, the procedures related to enlistment in the Military Manpower Administration will proceed. The other members will also fulfill their military service sequentially according to their own plans, Big Hit said in the statement. Jin is expected to complete his mandatory military service for about 18 months and will return on June 12, 2024. In a private live broadcast on October 28 via Weverse, Jin confessed that he had originally planned to enlist after BTS album B, which was released in October 2020. However, due to the single Dynamite released in August 2020 reaching #1 on the US Billboard main chart, Hot 100, and achieving long-term worldwide box office success, Jin postponed his enlistment. Jin successively postponed his military service since the Butter era, Permission to Dance, followed by BTS's global tour to the Busan Expo. I originally planned to enlist in June. But, for the sake of ARMY, I waited until October. I didn't want to appear with Tears ARMY. So, the announcement of military enlistment was postponed until after the concert in Busan, said Jin. But in the end, he chose to prioritize his fans. Order a genie for the ARMY. After the news circulated, Jin immediately confirmed this to via Weverse. Jin implicitly confirmed that in early December, he will already be enlisting in the military. The article that I don't want has been released and ARMY don't come to the training center, okay? There are many people other than me who will do it. So, it will be dangerous because it is crowded. ARMY I love you, Jin said on Weverse. This immediately invited various responses from ARMY. Many ARMYs immediately gave warnings to ARMYs who were crying and emotional because they were worried about Jin.